The worst play I've ever seen. What? He like goes after me every time. I have no idea why.
Vanessa is one of the most talented, but also one of the most aggressive poker players who's ever lived. And when she played on TV, she got caught bluffing a lot.
Enjoy the following 4 hands, and don't forget to subscribe for more. It's back on Vanessa.
Now, Vanessa knows how little credit Kevin's going to be giving her for a hand most of the time. Looks like she's got a pretty good read on this situation.
Liv supporting both her friend Vanessa and boyfriend Kevin.
She's super.
Vanessa re-raises a 4-bet to 79,000.
Against just about any other player, I think this is the point where Kevin would probably ditch this like an ugly date on prom night.
Whoa, he's just 5-bet to 131,000.
Ayah with ace-9 offsuit. Now take what I just said about Kevin and apply it to Vanessa.
How much do you have left?
You know, like this many. This is absolute insanity with these 2 hands. Did we get the graphics right?
Come on, in.
She 6-bet shoves.
Double Ayah.
Still probably have the best hand.
It's possible you're going to have the best hand against Vanessa, but I just don't know how often she's doing this with a hand that ace-9 is crushing.
Such a sick spot. It's almost enough out there for me to just call it off. And I think I dominate some of your range sometimes. And then when crushed, it's just value.
Well, it's neither of those, except for the fact that he's somehow gotten himself into a spot where he's getting almost 4 to 1.
I just feel like my hand is good here for some reason. Just gotta read. Just take every spot.
How did this happen? If he calls here, this is going to be very, very ugly for someone, namely Liv.
Only done something like this a couple times ever.
I know you've got to consider the source, but this is absolutely insane. He's painted himself into a real corner here.
My plan was to snap as far as this wide as I thought you were going to shove. So I think I have to do it. Title defense. 2 years later, I call.
OMG, he calls.
You have ace jack?
No,
I have a pair.
I have ace-9.
Correct reaction. You're complicit in this too, SELBST'S.
What just happened?
Huh? You think that's a snap?
Snap fold, yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure about that.
Nice hand. Nice call, I guess.
If you're shoving 4s, you're probably shoving ace-5 suiteds and stuff. Can't imagine that you would exclude those from your range if 4s are in there.
He does have a point.
The flop has an ace on it.
Because you're Vanessa SELBST'S.
McPhee takes the lead. Vanessa needs a 4.
Sick race.
Nice hand.
McPhee's set to get a huge double up here. And another ace for good measure.
The needle. She can't believe it. I can't believe it. Can you believe it?
As hard as it is to believe, that just happened.
Very nice hand.
You think she means it? I don't think she means it. Does Liv even know what happened?
She's about to find out.
This is going to be one awkward plane ride home.
The worst play I've ever seen. What? He like goes after me every time. I have no idea why. He's a friend of mine. You put that on TV. It's the worst play ever. I don't know why friend's going after me, but he does it every single tournament. He goes after me.
He elects to make the call, which means we will go to the river. The pot now 613,000. Vanessa with just over 300 behind. Chen gets there on the river.
No.
I'm all in.
I call.
Vanessa shoves. Chen insta-calls and shows her he's got the nuts.
And Vanessa SELBST'S is out of here.
That is incredible. A few hands ago, Vanessa SELBST'S was second in chips in the tournament. Now she's out. 48th place. She will be bitterly disappointed.
Game Vanessa. It's sick.
Let's just let this awkward silence hang for a while. Get the full effect.
Vanessa SELBST'S has 7-5 suited.
This would be an awfully light call, so I think typically if Vanessa's playing this hand, she's 3-betting it.
No, she's calling.
String calling.
Siva folds the button. Gruesome in the small blind will also pass. Antonio gives up the big blind. We're off to the flop. And it's Jack 4 deuce with 2 clubs.
Pretty good flop for Doc. Pairs his kicker, has the backdoor flush draw, got the wheel draw.
He continues for 84,000.
Now Vanessa's gonna go for the raise when she's missed completely.
Interesting. 233,000 total.
Presumably because she just called last time before the flop with a huge hand. Hey Miranda, this is what it looks like when your fiance punts. Doc is going nowhere.
He calls the raise. And with 659,000 in the middle, we're off to the turn, which is the queen of clubs. Sands now with the nut flush draw to go with his pair, albeit bottom pair.
Such a good card for Doc and subsequently a terrible one for Vanessa to continue her bluff.
Sands has checked to her.
Oh boy, it's 4th and 25 and Vanessa is bringing in the kicker.
She bets 347,000 with absolutely nothing.
Now don't get me wrong, this is a heck of a stone bluff. Unfortunately, Doc's got a hand that just always has massive equity against Vanessa's range. A lot of the time she's gonna be monkeying around, and worst case scenario, he's never drawing dead.
He calls the bet. The pot is now over 1.35 million. Vanessa is the effective stack. She has 1.1 million behind.
And she is gonna have to empty the clip on the river, and even that might not work. Did I say might not work? I meant definitely won't work.
Yes, she's paired her 5, but it's the 5 of clubs. The stone cold nuts for Doc Sands, and he checks it!
She can empty the clip all she wants. She is firing blanks. Better just throw down your guns and come out with your hands up.
I'm all in.
Call.
She bluff shoves the river!
You're good.
Snap! The nuts are good.
Just nothing. Nice hand. You have the ace jack with ace clubs.
Vanessa SELBST'S is out.
Again.
Wicked good check by Sands on the end.
And Vanessa misses the money by just 2 spots.
He checked and she just shifted.
That's gonna look worse on TV than it actually was.
So close to the final table, yet so far. 3-way to the flop, which gives Vanessa top pair, second pair for Dan SHAK, plus a flush draw, plus a backdoor straight draw.
Oh boy, this could get uglier than Quato from Total Recall.
Well, it doesn't look like Vanessa intends to play in flow. She leads for 165,000.
To just call pre-flop from the small blind and then lead here, Vanessa's range is rarely nothing.
$400.
Dan SHAK raises to 400,000, gets an insta-fold from Antonio Esfandiari.
This board is super wet, which is going to make Vanessa not worry so much about sets and 2 pairs. If Dan had a super monster and Vanessa let into him, wouldn't he probably just call and let her lead again on the turn? It's free money. So no, I don't see Vanessa folding top pair, top kicker here.
Call.
She calls. There is now 1.25 million in the middle. Huge pot building here on the bubble, and there are 3 guys at the table running on vapor. The board pairs on the turn. Vanessa now a 3-1 favorite. She checks.
All in.
And SHAK shoves!
OMG ICM suicide. I commend Dan SHAK for having stones so big they are now considered the islands of the Bahamas, but this bluff is risking crazy amounts of real money against a person with a stupid strong range.
I call.
Vanessa calls! And Dan SHAK is at risk of bubbling the super high roller.
What a ridiculous sweat. What an unnecessarily huge pot.
Dan SHAK does have 11 outs. He can hit a club or a 10 on the river. It's a 10!
That was not supposed to happen. He's doing a victory lap. He's coming back.
Dan SHAK doubles up and takes the chip lead from Vanessa SELBST'S.
I just didn't think you'd up.
Dan, don't say anything. Don't. Not too late.
I just lost like 2 million chips. I lost 2 million chips. Dan got me on the river, yeah. He pushed on the turn, I called, and he had 11 outs. Yeah. I just lost 2 million chips. No. He raised, and then he just jammed on a bluff, or like a semi-bluff, and I called.
And he got there. That's the crucial part of the story, Miranda. He got there.
Jack 7 of diamonds.
Vanessa maybe steaming a bit after that last hand. Looks like she's getting right back on the horse.
Raises to 1,300 as Fondiari quickly out. Spirit rockets for Prahlad Friedman.
Vanessa knows her own reputation, so she knows Prahlad could be 3-betting her light, thinking she's raising light, which she is. And if that's the case, she could get into some real trouble here.
4-bet to 13,200 with the jack high.
So typically a Vanessa Selbst 4-bet is going to start to get some credibility, which means if Prahlad thinks she's got some kind of hand, he'll easily put in a 5th bet.
It is 5 bets to 35,000.
30? 35.
All right, well, this looks like a pretty easy fold for Vanessa.
But she hasn't dumped her cards yet. Joe, what in the world could she be thinking about here?
Well, she might be a little steamy from that last hand still, and is probably leveling herself with thoughts that Prahlad is just messing with her.
Now it looks like she wants to see how many chips Prahlad has left.
If she levels herself into thinking Prahlad is messing with her, this is going to be a disaster. She should be folding any second now.
Hot.
She puts in 6 bets with jack high.
Oh boy.
106.2.
$106,200 is now the bet.
This is an absolute punt. Let's count the hang time.
All right, I'm all in.
Prahlad is all in.
It is a mistake, I call.
Vanessa calls.
I can't.
Aces for Prahlad.
No.
He's got aces.
Yeah, I know.
I'll bet she's
How
got
many do you want to
aces.
run it?
He has aces.
It's like 100%.
Of course. She has ace, king, or kings.
Nope, I have nothing. Twice?
Whatever you want.
Let's do 3 times.
Sure.
That's it.
She has live cards. Oh boy.
How much do you have?
He's got you covered, I think.
160, 170, something.
So they're going to run it 3 times.
Almost spoke to win, couldn't do it.
How many times do you guys say you're running?
3.
3 times.
Nice hand. I'm gonna leave if I don't.
I think I speak for Vanessa when I say, Even worse, some of Vanessa's outs have been folded, so she's a bigger dog than she thinks.
First of 3 runs coming up. Winner will get a third of the pot. King 4-5.
That's not good.
She'll need runner.
6 of diamonds.
6 of diamonds.
Don't waste it.
6 of diamonds would that be the best card?
6 of diamonds would give her straight and flush draws.
God.
To the turn. 9 of hearts.
All right. Put a deuce of clubs. Oh, ace of clubs is good.
I think Prahlad knows the time for speeches is over.
River 10 of hearts, and Prahlad has locked up a third of the pot worth over 113K.
I'm such a. Why do I do this to myself? Every time. Not every time. I usually don't do this to myself anymore. What are you laughing at?
I'm not laughing. I'm just,
Pretty sure he was laughing.
Here comes the second of 3 runs. 8 king 5 2 diamonds flush draw for Vanessa.
It's already a diamond over there.
There it is. That's the spirit. Show the other diamonds.
Yeah, 6 of diamonds would definitely be more useful here than it was in the last one.
Vanessa only needs 1 more diamond.
Turn 5 of hearts.
Wow, Prahlad is strong. How did he dodge it there?
Missing the flush draw would be devastating. She's not likely to flop this good again.
To the river. No diamond, 3 of clubs.
What a brick.
Break ball.
Super brick.
Bricktastic.
So Prahlad is 2/3 of the way to scooping the biggest pot ever won on the big game.
What an absolute gift from Vanessa.
No jacks and 7s.
Run number 3. 4 6 king 3 more bricks. This is getting hard to watch.
Not even a sweat.
Vanessa's dead to 2 pair trips or a straight, all of them runner, or else Prahlad's gonna need a wheelbarrow to bring all his money home.
To the turn. Deuce of spades.
Nice hand.
And Prahlad's gonna win a pot worth over $340,000.
Wow, Prahlad did it. That's sick.
All right, I'm out of here.
Nice playing with you, Vanessa.
Nice playing with you.
Good playing with you, Vanessa.